Just a note before we get started, a reminder to be sure that you are subscribed to either this audio podcast or the email newsletter, or both, to make sure you don't miss out on the opportunity to get Ray's next book, Up from Hanging Dog, for $0. And now, on with Depression Baby. Depression Baby. Stories about growing up in Appalachia and other things, too. With my dad, Ray B. Rogers.
On August 16th, 1929, I came into this world kicking and screaming. I reckon that made me a Depression Baby.
Depression Baby is a World Songs media production, brought to you by Depression Baby the book, available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover, and now audiobook at raybrogers.com.
Summer Vacation Bible School. The Crabtree Creek Rogers attended the Mount Zion Methodist Church, and the Iron Duff Medfords went to the Davis Chapel Methodist Church. People who live in North Carolina and went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill like to say that, "I'm a Tar Heel born and a Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm a Tar Heel dead." This is a line in the school fight song we sang at UNC. Well, applying this concept to religion, I suppose that I'm a Methodist born and a Methodist bred, since both my mother and my father were Methodist. My wife Lucy was also born into the Methodist denomination, and we occasionally attend the Bevel Hill Methodist Church when we're in our little house in Mississippi, but we plan to be buried in the cemetery there. When spring had passed and summer began and regular school was out and the children were all barefoot, it was time for Summer Vacation Bible School. All of the Methodist churches and also our Baptist brethren prepared for this event, which was a cultural as well as a religious event. It was a fun thing for the children. Bible stories were told again, and church songs were sung, and the preacher would talk directly to the children and not just to the congregation at large. The mothers helped the children with their craft projects, and there were games to play. It is sad that today a lot of children do not get to hear Bible stories that guide them and let them know what is right or wrong. The government schools cannot and do not furnish the guideposts that are needed. Many children today are lacking in family guidance as well, and church attendance has decreased almost everywhere. I believe it would be safe to say that most children who attended summer vacation Bible schools grew up to be law-abiding citizens and were very unlikely to populate our prisons. They didn't join gangs, and back then, we never had children shooting their peers in their schools, even though there were guns in a lot of the households. Also, we did not have violent video games and extremely violent movies. We did have cowboy movies shown on Saturday afternoons at the local theaters for 25 cents. But the good guys in the white hats always won in the end. Summer Bible schools were a good thing for the community at large. Children could invite their non-church-going friends to attend with them. When I was in the 3rd grade, I attended summer Bible school at the Cullowhee Methodist Church. My Uncle Jack Rogers was visiting us at that time. The church had a woodworking shop in the basement, and my project was to build a little bookcase. With the help and encouragement of my Uncle Jack, we completed the project. I am sure that he did a lot of coaching and measuring to keep me on track. I still have the 75-year-old creation, which has a walnut color stain and is in good condition. Lucy has decided to bring the little bookcase out of my tool room and upgrade it to a flower stand. This may be the world's oldest living, surviving summer vacation Bible school project. Some may contest the following statement, but the little Bible school may have contributed to me growing up to be a good, law-abiding citizen. Well, at least I haven't joined any gangs, and I haven't been in prison yet.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Depression Baby. And if you did, my dad has one important request. If this podcast brought a little smile to your day, would you please consider right now subscribing for free to the podcast and kindly leaving a nice 5-star rating and review on iTunes. You can make the difference in getting Depression Baby in front of a wider audience and help preserve this disappearing legacy. And we'll be letting you know right here and on the email list how you can get Ray's next book, Up from Hanging Dog, for $0. Thanks to our audio and musical contributors, including our friend Lobo Loco. You can find out more about him and all the rest of the music and audio in the show notes at, you guessed it, raybyrogers.com. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Depression Baby.